Welcome to another presentation on cybersecurity tips, where I discuss unusual tips and tricks to increase your privacy and security. Today we will focus on cybersecurity for kids and young adults. Let's not forget the parents and family as well. The usual advice you may have heard before include teach kids about online privacy and security at an early age, monitor the kids and young adults' behavior online, facilitate open discussions at home or private locations where they can openly discuss any concerns that they have with an adult. Keep the internet connected devices in the living room so it is not tucked away somewhere so that you can monitor it. Have specific time windows for internet use so the internet usage is restricted or controlled based on your preferences. And if you see something, say something. So we have taught our children to say something if they have seen something that of concern. Few more things I would like to add to that list include strong password make you strong. Always create strong password when creating online or offline digital accounts. It doesn't matter you are 1 year old or you are 5 year old, you are 10 year old or you are 15 year old or you are a 95 year old. Always make sure that you create strong password when creating online accounts, but also offline accounts. So it could be an internal school library account. Make sure your account has strong passwords. Never share your login information with your friends. So it is okay to say no to your friends who are asking you to share your personal login details. Never let others use your account to access a system. It is okay to say I don't want you to use my account. If your friends ask you if they could use your account to access something. Like I mentioned, like it could be a library account at school, or it could be a login information for your school network, home network, etc. Personal information protection. Never share information on social media or on other websites without adult approval. So there may be situations where you have to or you were instructed to share personal information online, but unless you have an adult that approve it, do not share it. Those information may include your location, your address, your school address, telephone number, etc. Do not share on social media. Do not share specific details about you or your family. So this includes your parents' workplace information, your parents' full name, things like that. Don't share with others. Never ever store any digital data on devices that may be embarrassing or harmful to you or others. So if you have certain things that you don't want the world to know, maybe don't share that information with anybody, and certainly don't store that information digitally. It could be a video of you singing a funny song, for example, that you really don't want anybody to hear. Please don't have it in your digital devices. Use the correct privacy settings on apps and social media platforms will also improve your protection of your information, improve your ability to protect your information. So don't go around and change privacy settings unless you know what you're doing. For example, if you have a Facebook account, you can make it very private. You can put lots of items into a private settings so that only your friends can see that information instead of the whole world. So make sure you use the correct privacy settings on apps and social media platforms. Stranger danger. Do not trust any strangers online just the way you should not trust any strangers in real life. There is no difference between strangers in real life and in digital life. So do not trust anybody. Do not accept friend requests or connection requests from strangers. because those friends requests may be coming from people who may have some ulterior motives. Have a trusted adult in the loop, and if you see or hear something bad, remember, say something to an adult. Think before you click. Don't click random links or downloads. Basically, they could be traps. You don't know what you're clicking on, right? They could include scams. They could include software that may be mining your personal information, such as spy software, etc. So don't click on random links to download. Don't play random games, especially short games. It may take 5 6 minutes and they want you to play it. Don't play, because where you had to share that, if your game is asking you to share some personal information, certainly I would be very careful of that. For example, a game may ask you, what's your favorite color, what's your mother's maiden name, what is your favorite city, where did you grew up, right, date of birth, etc. Don't share that information even in a game environment, because those games are specifically designed for social engineering. Basically, like, they are asking you certain questions that may be used to breach your privacy and security. Only download games and apps from trusted sources. So downloading a game from Microsoft Store may be more secure than downloading a game from a random website or a link. Cyberbullying is the other one that you have to be very careful of. This is a huge topic. There are multiple organizations try to tackle this problem. Cyberbullying is basically a form of bullying, but with the use of digital technologies. I would say cyberbullying has a far-reaching effect as opposed to in person, like a normal bullying, because you may be able to leave your bully at the school, but that's not the case with cyberbullying. It could reach all the way to your home and could impact you 24/7. On social media, messaging platforms, and gaming platforms, and mobile phones, you have to be careful whenever you are using these platforms, because you never know who wants to harm you. It is typically repeated behavior and aim at scaring you, angering you, or shaming you. So basically they are targeting people to hurt you, right? So that's what the definition of bullying. So as kids, you should know that what cyberbullying look like, how to avoid it, and that you should always tell a trusted adult if something feels wrong, especially when it's come to the point that somebody is coming after you. Don't keep quiet. Speak to your mom, speak to your dad, speak to a trusted adult, teacher, etc., and let them know that cyberbullying is happening. And this also tie back into things like, how I mentioned to you, don't store anything that is personal that you don't want people to know on your digital devices, like you singing a funny song, for example, because that could be used for bullying. For parents and family, please take time to learn new technologies. So if your kid knows something that you don't know, a new technology, maybe you should take some interest learning about that technology so you know how to monitor it. Take interest in what your child or young adult is doing. Engage with the teachers, community, maybe even religious leaders if you are religious, so that way that there is that community support for your child, your young adult, when it's come to the point cybersecurity. Never laugh or make fun of your children. Even if your child says something stupid, please listen to them, because that information may be vital to protecting your child. Talk to IT professionals, friends, and family on what they recommend for online child safety. So you don't even need to just listen to me. You can speak to your friends and family and IT professionals who may have some advice for you. Use child safety and kids friendly features available on services such as YouTube made for kids options, because that will increase safety and security for your children. A little bit of advanced steps that an adult could take to protect their children may include: install a firewall on your home internet and create firewall rules for content and site-based filtering. Add deep packet monitoring to your residential firewall so you know exactly what kind of data is being used by your child, what kind of sites they visit, what kind of online gaming activities they do, and what kind of messages they send, or what kind of messaging platforms they use, for example. Monitor and inspect the firewall logs on regular basis. So even after you installing deep packet monitoring software and firewall rules, it is your responsibility to make sure that you actually look at those logs on regular basis, because your child's behavior may change every hour, every day, etc. Add internet usage restrictions as a firewall rule, which gives you the control of how long your child is online playing games, for example. Create a guest network, both wireless and LAN, like a local area network, with a specific firewall rules to be used by your children and their friends. Lock the network and IT equipment in a cabinet. So don't let your children play with your IT equipment such as routers, firewalls, switches, etc., because that may be a concern of security for both you, your family, and also your children. Because if you have a firewall rule monitoring your child's online behavior, and if the child have access to physical access to that firewall, they may be able to bypass those rules. And that's everything for today. This presentation is specifically focused on your children, and if you have any questions regarding anything else that I have covered, please reach out to me. And again, this is an experimental series that I started recently. So if you have any suggestion to improve this series, let me know. And until next time, thank you so much and have a nice day.